Live from Justice City is a comedy superhero podcast from Sadbot Media. The following is completely improvised, so sometimes we get a little naughty. Listener discretion advised.
Hello, and welcome to Live from Justice City. I'm your host, as always, the South Point Saint. If you've never listened to the show before, I basically bring on the superheroes of Justice City, and we talk about what's going on in the superhero world, just kind of let people know what we're up to, and just kind of get out our names and everything. I'm joined today by one of the show's oldest friends, or at least one of my oldest friends. I mean, he's not old. His bit's getting a little old. I'm joined by my good friend, The Sleeve.
The Sleeve!
Hey, Sleeve, how's it going today?
It's been great. It's been a long time since South Point, but I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, a couple weeks. I know. We're in our new studio now. It's pretty nice, honestly.
It is pretty nice. There's no coffee stains on the
Ceiling.
Ceiling. Yep,
Yeah.
That's right. I can't believe that we managed to get a coffee stain up there, but
Old Slippery Jane just would always throw her coffee right up to the ceiling.
she
miss
was
her.
a very angry lady.
She died when the studio was attacked.
Maybe
But let's not
missed her
dwell
so
on that,
much.
Sleeve. What have you been up to the last couple of weeks?
Well, I've honestly been doing a lot of corresponding and responding to a lot of statements that I made on the last episode of Live from Justice City.
Walking back a
And
lot of your...
my
PR
lawyer
nightmare
has
that
told
was-
me to say that I, as a hero, am obligated to help those who are interdimensional immigrants and coin magicians. That being said, I don't want to fucking help them.
Well, I mean, you know, you probably should. I mean, that's part of being that's the gig of being a hero. We don't get to choose who we want to save, as long as they're not being evil. And most coin magicians aren't evil.
You have obviously not met a coin magician, South Point. I think your problems are bigger than coin magic. My problems aren't. Yours are.
I've met David Copperfield, the original street magician.
Coin magician.
He did a lot of coin tricks.
Did he?
Yeah. He invented the, ooh, there's a coin behind your ear.
Oh, no.
Yep, 10,000 years ago. He was the original magician.
He was an ancient eldritch coin magician god.
Yeah. He has more power than I think we could even comprehend. But while we attempt to do that, I'll also turn and look at my other guest. Another
Hey
longtime
there.
friend of the show,
How's it going?
the Undoer.
It's me, the Undoer.
Hey. Woo, yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm back after a couple days off. Off doing the podcast.
A couple
it's actually been a couple
of
months.
weeks. Yeah, a month
Almost
or two.
a month or two.
Maybe.
Oh, you listen to the show, Sleeve?
Yeah.
I am an avid fan of Live from Justice City.
Oh, thanks. I'm not a fan of your podcast.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sleevecast is not.
I mean,
Not a good one.
Sleepcast.
I mean, it is a pretty far inseam podcast. You have to be sewn into the
inside
right
jokes.
people.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, if you're not from that dimension, you're probably not gonna get it.
Hey,
Yeah.
to my listeners, flopple doppel.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though.
Even I thought that one was good.
Most of your responses are usually off the cuff, but your podcast is pretty in the cuff.
Yeah, it's true.
It's only in the cuff.
So
right there.
What about you, Undoer? What have you been up to these last couple
Well,
of
I'm campaigning. I was a big part of the vote undo on Prop 592.
we
so,
actually ran your ad.
oh, I sent it over and you never emailed me back, so I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if
Well,
you got it.
I got busy with my email was acting weird.
Right. Yeah.
I was at a party with Bumpy and
Oh, I saw you there.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I was there. I just.
Oh.
I didn't want to say hi.
Right. Did you Yeah, that was
How
a
could
fun
you
night.
have been there? I was there.
You were
And
there.
you did not undo the party foul where me and the coin magician ran into each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of
Is that a different bumpy party?
different Bumpy party.
Different
The
Bumpy
Undoer
party.
That was the Undoer's, I believe, your first party with Bumpy, right?
Yeah, that was the only party I ever went to, as far as vis-a-vis Bumpy. Yeah. So yeah, that's mostly what I've been doing, and then undoing. That's what finding time to eke out a crime-fighting living.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask you a weird question about your campaigning?
You may.
Are you allowed near any of the voting polls? Yeah,
I've definitely
because I'm
they
worried
try to
that
keep.
like they would be. I don't think you do this because you're the undoer.
Yeah.
But like, aren't they worried that like if
Undo
somebody
the
tries,
vote?
yeah, exactly, undo somebody's vote if they don't want to vote for Prop 592
Yeah.
or vote no for whatever.
You're
Whatever
then it
absolutely
just
right.
is.
It is a problem, and I elect. They never told me that I shouldn't go, but I choose to not go. What I trust me, but I think it's important to.
So the Endure, what drew you to working for the anti-592 movement? I should have had you on last week
I guess so.
when this was a whole segment. I mean, you
Yeah.
were literally the spokesperson, but yeah.
I believe in it so much. They heard me on this podcast.
Oh wow! And they were
Yeah.
like, "I need that voice."
The one
I
guy,
need that to voice my
there's
ad.
exactly one person in the entire mayor's office. He heard it and he was like, "Yeah, no, sure, we'll get him, and maybe he'll be." And they were okay. The ads they tested pretty well.
Yeah, I've listened to them on repeat since they came
Yeah.
out. They're fired, my friend.
And I just believe so strongly in the opposite of what 592 represents.
The deregulation of superpowers.
Yeah.
What about you, Sleeve? Where do you fall on that hot button issue?
I gotta sit with the undoer, and I'm just
Yeah.
thinking from his perspective, like what he said during the ad. What if a superhero decides to come and do some havoc, but the undoer can only do his power like 5 times a day?
Yeah. What
And
if they
more
regulate me?
importantly, What if they try and regulate? Here's the thing. First, they take our undo powers, and then they take our sleeve portal powers. If we're just gonna let people up and down through the sleeve,
All of our
the sleeve,
Oh no, this became more of a info wars kind
Yeah, no,
show about
I don't want to.
592.
I don't want to get political. If you're not comfortable, it's fine.
Well, just yeah, you're right. I brought it up. Yeah, 592. Don't regulate us.
Yeah.
We know we are unlicensed and untrained, but we know what we're doing.
and
We are
they've only ever had
superheroes.
to rebuild the city like once.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
not bad. I mean,
Like,
you go to rebuild.
once in the last year. But I
Oh,
mean,
right, yeah.
And I mean, this has been
I stopped
this has
counting
been a
after
good year.
years.
Yeah, this has been a good year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been the greatest year of human history.
Yeah, Commander Justice has just been keeping those streets clean.
Yeah. Depending on when this comes out, that'll be.
It would have been an easy job for him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Sleeve.
A lot of legal trouble.
A lot of legal trouble.
Oh, right,
but then
because
you-
of all the things you said on the last episode.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that. Like, I think I came off a little too harsh.
Yeah,
but
I should have undone it.
You know what my favorite part from this week with you walking back all the horrible things you said was when you got Juan, Jose, and Panfilio to come
you
up on
brought them.
stage with you and really just help
Yeah.
people realize that you weren't talking about people who immigrated to the United States. It's people who come from a different dimension to cause malice and havoc. And
And you know what? What's been really cool is like ever since I mentioned them on the podcast, they actually reached out to me. And now I didn't understand what they were saying because it was entirely in Spanish. But we developed a really close friendship, and
Yeah.
now we drink cervezas together.
Uh,
They
don't-
taught me that word, cerveza.
don't the
We also wash dishes together every once in a while.
don't they have a podcast together?
My one and me.
My one and only.
Mi hermano, and me.
Yeah, right.
We can edit.
Yeah, we'll cut that down so that you have the better
Yeah.
joke. I assume I'm talking to somebody.
Yeah, so so their podcast is really taking off. An all dishwashing podcast. That's
You know what? You would imagine that dishwashing is an entirely visual medium, but I've never had more enjoyment out of an audio format, even compared to my own podcast.
I've listened to Mi hermano,
Louder
and
with
me,
sleeve.
and it was I mean, you get the full effect of being in the room while three brothers wash dishes with their special guest.
It's true. They bring on a special guest, and each special guest teaches different ways to wash
dishes.
You would imagine there's only one way. You put the soap on the plate, you rub it around, but no, there's a million different ways. And mi hermano, and me teach us that every time.
Well, the really sad thing was when the podcast really took off and they started getting more money and they just bought a dishwasher. Makes the show a lot shorter, a lot easier to produce.
They just put it on one cycle and that's it. Honestly,
good audio though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you want some ASMR? What about you? What about you, the Undoer? Any hip, young, new podcasts you've been listening to or been a part of?
Yeah, I've been on my own podcast.
Oh,
yeah. So I have a podcast.
Me too.
It's hard to find. It's just one of those things I make it for me. I'm not gonna give it to anybody or let anybody ever listen to it.
So you're not gonna publish it?
Yeah, like,
you're just recording your own voice.
Yeah, it's just called the undo button, where I just basically talk to me the whole time. So I'll just be sitting in a dark room and I'll just be. Hey there, Undoer. How are you doing? And I'm doing good. I recently, went outside to take a tinkle. Well, why'd you go outside to take a tinkle? Well, I went outside to take a tinkle because my bathroom was. And it goes on like that for.
I mean, honestly,
wow,
thank you for bringing a clip to the show too.
Oh, you're welcome.
I mean. And that was obviously the Undoer's new podcast, the Undo Button.
The Undo.
It gets really political, and it's
Again, you can't listen to it.
Yeah,
anywhere.
no one can listen to
I
it.
will not let anybody listen.
That clip
to it.
is probably going to be the only thing we'll ever hear from it.
It's almost not fair that I tease that.
Yeah,
it's kind of surprising that we all have our own podcasts.
Who doesn't have a podcast? We're three white men in our 20s. We'll have podcasts.
Yeah. Guys, what if we started our own podcast? Just the three of us here.
What would we call it?
I don't know. What would you want our podcast to be about?
Let's see.
What if it was just about like three white citizens in America? What would we call that podcast?
We just talked because
I think we're funny enough as people to
really carry an entire show.
No format.
No format. Just loose talking. Just straight up. You, me, talking in a room.
And we'll keep in the awkward silences.
Yeah, we won't edit anything down. We'll also... we could do a bad movie podcast.
Yeah.
Where we talk about a bad
People
movie.
love those.
Yeah, they're real popular. And everyone who has one. Dungeons and Dragons?
Ooh. Oh, right. We could do that. Nobody's played Dungeons and Dragons on a podcast yet.
That's exciting new territory.
Well, while we continue to... develop new podcast ideas. Not that we don't already have enough. We'll go ahead and throw to a break and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Reginald Cutt, and I'm here to tell you that maintaining the super pet population is easy and humane. Every year, biomutated dogs and cats wreak havoc on our cities, suburbs, and small children, while keeping our heroes busy playing cosmic fetch with crypto. It can cause more headache than needed or necessary. So come down to Cut and Rip Humane Society, where we will do super spays and nuclear neuters at a discounted price. Remember, every 5th pet you bring in enters you in for a chance to win a toaster.
Welcome back to Live from Justice City. I'm here with my good friend the Sleeve. My other good friend the Undoer.
Should I say my new?
Yeah, just shout it out.
That's my thing.
The Undoer.
That's my thing.
Oh, okay.
The Saint. The South Point Saint. It doesn't work for me. My name's too long. Too many syllables. But on a more serious note, guys,
that's my thing.
I brought you two specifically here because in the past, the three of us have worked together to pretty solid.
Oh yeah.
We've had some pretty good hits, the three of us.
We're a 1-2-3 combo. You burn
Yeah.
them with the punches, the Endure undoes it, and then I throw them into a pocket dimension, and then you burn them again.
Yeah, I'm really just control. I just kind of stay back and do where I see it.
Yeah, until when the villains hit us.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could probably fight the villains yourself.
I can't punch.
That's true. You are
can only
you don't know how or
I'm a little bit of one trick pony. I should learn like karate or something, right?
one
teach
trick
you.
punchy.
All right,
Okay.
let's start learning. Anyway,
But yeah, so I mean, we've had our big hits. You know, we arrested like General
Disarray.
Outlet.
No.
Hey, don't steal South Park names. We've had the Millennium Walken, the Christopher Walken impersonator who has space age technology.
That's true.
So I saw something earlier this week that made me feel very icky in my heart.
oh,
And
I think I know
want-
what you're talking
yeah.
about.
You don't use icky lightly.
Yeah, I don't. It's icky is right under fuck for my level of like it goes
Icky fuck shit.
shit has hit the ceiling. Icky, we're fucked. That's the scale.
Things are about to get icky.
Yeah, icky is yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it, see if there was anything maybe we should be doing to.
Right.
What are you referring to for
Well,
the audience?
so this week I was walking down the street to my local market to support local businesses,
Right.
and I saw this flyer posted to a flagpole, not flagpole, telephone pole, because flagpoles are metal, and you can't staple
Right.
things to metal.
Except
you're
for
absolutely correct.
flagpole posting person.
That's not a person. That's an LSD trip you had.
You're right.
Anyway, so this flyer caught my eye, and it reads as follows: Wanted, local villains who are tired of oppressive justice of the so-called heroes, who tell us what we can or cannot do, infringing on our rights as human beings to rob, injure, and destroy whatever and whoever we want. Together we can make the world a better place for villains everywhere, and a worse place for everyone else. Signed, Mr. Naughty. Oh, there's a postscript.
Oh, right.
Oh,
P.S. Also offering piano lessons. Just as I just use the same number and ask for piano lessons and not societal overthrow.
Now, Steve, I know that you have particular musical tastes, but I thought you enjoyed the piano as an instrument.
wait.
Yeah, no,
Does that make you feel icky?
I wasn't
The piano?
focused. I wasn't focused on the piano lessons, but
Oh, okay.
but
Also weird that a poster had a or a flyer had a postscript like.
yeah, I mean, you know, they had two businesses that they were starting.
Wait,
gotta
the
respect
villains
that.
are. Wait a minute. What? Oh,
This
right.
is a
No, I saw that.
recruitment for villains,
piano
right?
lessons. Villains, not piano lessons. Villains.
Penises. Yeah, so I
Wait, can you repeat the name of the guy?
it's signed Mr. Naughty. I don't
That's
know.
a
If it's,
shitty villain name.
hey,
Mr. Naughty.
Naughty. Naughty. Well,
That's
I mean,
like-
it gets across that they identify as a man
Yeah.
and that they are in fact naughty and not
Yes. And I bet none of those are the incorrect
nice.
descriptions
You say
of
it's not
Mr.
a
Naughty.
good villain name. I say it's apt.
Okay, fair.
But what really concerned me about this flyer is that you know how they have like the take a number or like
Yeah.
they have the pull. They're all gone from
Oh
this flyer.
no!
Oh, no.
That means this is generating buzz.
Yeah, one of those was me. I didn't
Oh.
take one. But I only took the numbers so that I could remember not to call this. I put it
Yeah.
up on my phone and it said call, and then it said in little letters, do not.
Yeah,
Parentheses, do not.
that's how contacts work in phones. Is
Yeah.
that you don't keep the numbers you want to remember, you keep the numbers you don't.
You don't, like, you know not to call.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you accidentally call,
So when
you could just undo it.
So when
Yeah.
you're just randomly dialing numbers into
That's
your
a good
phone,
point.
you can just look at your list of numbers you shouldn't enter.
Gosh.
Gosh,
Yeah.
you know what? If it pulls up, it's like, oh, don't call this. I don't need piano lessons.
This was actually our cybersecurity episode.
I did also put the piano lesson, so I might forget. Maybe I'm gonna. I'll
I do
remember
want
not
to
to.
listen.
listen.
Take
I
some
mean,
piano
Chicago
lessons.
is the birthplace of jazz.
Yeah,
And
that is.
That's not.
there's-
Pianos are jazz instruments.
No, but-
strictly.
Justice City has its own particular style of jazz.
Oh.
It's pretty great. It's just all drums.
All
It's
drums.
called
It's kind of like drum lines, but with
it's like
jazz drums.
It's
pretty
just as jazz drums. Just as jazz drums. JJD.
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 Just drums.
Just drums.
Just drums.
Oh, the flyer.
Yeah, flyer.
Yeah, sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry.
So,
Mr. Naughty is just such a throwaway name. I don't. This guy's not a big deal. If he's offering piano lessons, he's not a real villain.
I mean, but we don't know. I mean, all we can say for certain is that it's generating a lot of buzz in the Venn diagram of villains and pianists, or aspiring pianists. And if those two groups combine, guys,
The sort of
I don't know if you guys have seen this overlap, but like it could be Doomsday level penis villains who just work together.
How's their online presence? Are they there?
Well,
Have you-
they don't. I looked up Mr. Naughty online and it just gave me porn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
Not
makes
good. Not
sense.
even good porn. Just
Under,
Not even porn
Sorry,
the
what was
BDSM queen starts, but
let me write down
Mr. Naughty.
Naughty.
If you want to see the one
Porn.
that I kind of enjoyed was Mr. Naughty.
Yeah, give me your recommendations.
Mr. Naughty spanks aliens.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I'm
It's
down
all on
for
God.
that. I'm down. Were they interdimensional?
Aliens.
They were aliens.
But were they interdimensional?
I don't know. It was a porn. There wasn't a story.
They usually scream it. They're like, "Oh, I'm coming. Oh, I'm interdimensional."
Oh right. That I mean.
That's true.
I'm sorry. Do you guys?
I don't stick around all the way to the end, so I don't
Well, I
normally
just
see
skipped to
that
the good
part.
parts.
You cut out right before the end. You're like, you know what? You're like, you know what? You seem like you got this handled. I'm a bounce. I'll be. You know what?
I don't
Here's
need
my
to
number.
watch.
Call me.
I don't need to watch this. This is
Yeah.
sacred between
Yeah.
you two.
This is secret between you and you.
This is between you, him, and God,
And
or
God.
him, and God, or her, and God.
Except I don't believe in religion.
Oh, right.
Oh,
So yeah. So did you call us because you want us to fight Mr. Naughty?
No, I
You
just
want
wanted
to do that 1, 2, 3 chicken combo?
No, I against my better judgment, I respect you guys, and I wanted to get your opinions on
yeah.
whether or not I should be concerned or we should be concerned by
Well,
this.
I mean,
I don't
there's
think this is a problem.
you don't.
Nah, come on. This guy probably ain't got shit on the Millennium Walking.
Yeah.
That guy's a real problem.
And you know, we
I know
faced
his copyright infringement is just terrible.
we
But
faced
Mr. Naughty is a completely original idea,
yeah.
so that could be
It's
exciting.
OC.
That's Orville County. That's where we are, named after Wilbert Orville and Orville of the
Redenbachers.
Redenbachers
Yeah.
of the popcorn.
That's
airplane.
another big export of Justice City is its popcorn industry.
That's what the OC is. Everything.
Someone with original,
All the new stuff
original
comes-
corn.
Yeah.
original corn.
lot of
Original
different
porn,
names.
original corn. That's the city's logo.
But I personally think that maybe we should be a little concerned about this. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah, like we got to take threats seriously. Trust but verify, as you know, by hero. Isn't that Rich? That's Richard Nixon, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Trust but verify was.
No, he's not my. Sorry, he's not my hero. I forgot who it was.
Oh no, I think it was.
Reagan,
No,
the Air Force,
no.
Christopher
The
Walken.
cross-dressing head of the fucking FBI.
Oh, Herbert Hoover.
Yeah, there we go. No, that's the
J. Edgar
president.
Hoover.
J. Edgar Hoover. Herbert Hoover invented the vacuum.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah. So,
so what should we do, South Point? If you want to take this seriously, I'm down.
well, I was gonna take one of the numbers from here and give it a call and see what they were really offering.
Wait, do you have a number?
I do have a number,
give it
but
to
it's on my
South
phone.
Point.
Yeah.
It's at my house.
And he threw the paper away, and he
Yeah.
left his phone at home.
Yeah.
Just text it to me later, I guess.
Okay.
Or I'll find another one of these flights. They were everywhere. So yeah, I'll give them a call, see what they're up to. Maybe set up a piano lesson because you know what, I've gotten to a point in my life where I just feel like I need to be more musically inclined, and I just don't have a lot of chances. And I feel like this just
Yeah,
kills two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I think
sorry,
that'd be
Keith.
nice. I think it's really important to keep creative in your twilight. I know
Yeah.
you're in your 20s. You talked about that.
So we'll keep an eye out on this. If anything else develops, I'll give you guys a ring. We'll have you back on. We'll
for sure.
Speaking of
we won't brainstorm on the show in case the bad guy, Mr. Naughty, is a fan. If you are, like and subscribe us, Mr. Naughty.
Please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Speaking of Ring, you called me the other day, and I was going to ask you, what are your weekend plans? What does the South Point Saint plan on doing this weekend or every weekend?
Well, my usual weekend plan is to dispense justice.
Oh, well, I mean,
Justice City.
the fun part.
Oh, the fun part. I think justice is fun.
Oh,
It's work.
he's one of these guys.
Oh,
I love my work. I mean, this
You
is
know what?
probably the most boring part of my superhero job.
If you
is
love what
sitting
you
in a
do.
room with two friends talking about our days, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'd rather be on the street punching bad guys.
that's true. I do like punching bad guys.
I would, but I just can't punch.
Actually, I have a beating up bad guys scheduled for 10 minutes from now, so I think we should go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and send this over to
Can we join you?
I was already gonna go fight villains with Squid Kid.
Okay.
He
All
wanted to
right.
be on the podcast, but
Yeah.
I said I have two friends coming over. and-
No, yeah, it's cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
next time.
You beat up bad guys with.
But I'm good. We're still good for
Squid
Saturday,
Kids.
right?
Yeah, we are great for
great for
Saturday.
You beat up bad guys
But
with
anyway-
kids, and then you invite us for flyers. That's cool.
This has been live from Justice City. I'm here with my two best friends in the whole wide world, the Undoer, hell
Yeah.
and the Sleep.
The sleep.
Hey, don't be like that. Come on. The people at home will think we don't like each other.
All right, the slave.
Yeah. Ooh,
Hey,
I
baby,
came.
don't be like that. Don't be that way, baby.
Anyway, I've been your host, South Point Saint. Have a super night.
I'm Millennial Walken, and these are my credits. I may just be a guy who was abducted by aliens, and then they fused my DNA with some of beloved actor Christopher Walken's DNA, and given access to their advanced alien technology. Now I fly around in space in my UFO blasting aliens. So I'm a busy guy, but I guess these credits are more important. South Point Saint was played by that little jerk, Colin Moore, and the sleeve was brought to life by the one and only, I thank God for that, Evan Richards. Brendan Moore was bitten by a radioactive Mike Ditka and became the Undoer. And Trust But Verify was played by Ronald Reagan. Now which one of you 1-2 chicken combos has my goddamned hard candies?